In what ways did I include loved ones in my recovery journey? So my recovery journey, it's like anybody else's, right? It's ongoing. It continues. And every day I'm in recovery. So my loved ones are front and center in my recovery journey, right? We don't necessarily speak about it like, hey, how's your recovery journey? But we all know the traumas that we've been through, right? We all know the fire that we've experienced in the past. So, you know, keeping my loved ones involved in my recovery journey, it becomes a conversation. Um, it goes from, often I don't drink. I stopped drinking many, many years ago. I drank socially like anyone else, but I also realized that folks have gotten addicted to alcohol, and it's become the struggle of their life. And I just felt that, what, I didn't want to get caught up in that. So I took alcohol out of my social interactions a long time ago. But how I keep my loved ones involved is, the work that I do is working with folks that are court involved, folks that have had substance abuse issues in the past, people that are currently in treatment services or recovery services. And if we speak about work, then work is the work that I do is connected to my recovery, right? When loved ones reminisce, when we celebrate birthdays, when we celebrate, you know, milestones and different dates in our lives, for those that are here and those that are no longer here, it takes us back to a place, good and bad, right? And there, we connect. Sometimes we're able to connect, without saying a word, because we know it's like something that's known already. It's organic. So, being in recovery is, being on this recovery journey. It's, again, you can't do it by yourself, right? That's why you rely on your peers. You rely on professionals. You rely on family and friends, those that you have a healthy relationship with, those that are positive and progressive. And sometimes, you know, even family members and friends and people that are really, really struggling in addictions, um, and their loved ones to you, you know, your story is important to them, right? They may not want to hear it right then and there, and you may think that they're not listening, but they're listening, and they know. And oftentimes your story, your challenges, your experiences can help others, right? So, and that sharing, whether it's with loved ones, friends, family, you that sharing with loved ones in your recovery is super important. Um, if I was to put it all in a single sentence, you know, I would say that I've been able to include my loved ones in my recovery by just being open with them, just being not only a voice, but also being an ear to them. Because sometimes someone in your family may have a friend who is struggling with an addiction. And my family may look at me like the the person who knows, the person that's closest to the problems. And sometimes I'm able to share what I know, right? What I know from my experiences, from what I've seen. Um, I'm able to give them maybe some direction. Maybe, it could be something like, maybe, or here's a phone number of somebody you can call. Here's here's an inpatient service that will pick your friend up. Sometimes people do not know where to start. They have no idea. They're just, everything is brand new to them. So the fact that I'm able to be that source, that resource. That's one of the ways that I've been able to keep, loved ones inclusive in this recovery journey.